Good morning, students. This is the video of class 10 subject biology. So today we are going to read about the plant part. That means as we had read in the previous part that the asexual reproduction that we were studying about the plant part. So in the plant part only we had seen the asexual reproduction, how without involving any parent, any gamete, any sexual organ, they are just producing their just own copy, they are producing their species. But in the other part, that means in the sexual reproduction, we are going to see over here that how they are producing the plant with the help of the sexual reproduction. So before starting this chapter, I would like to explain you all about this one, the sexual reproduction. What is this sexual reproduction mean? Now, as in the asexual reproduction, it was a process of reproduction without involvement of any gametes, without involvement of any, that means just with one parent they are producing. Just like in the sexual reproduction, it is also a process of producing the new organism by the fusion of male plus female gamete. Now when the male gamete will fuse with the female gamete, it will produce a new, that means it will produce the organism, that means the same species. So they are called the sexual reproduction. Now one more thing, here in the sexual reproduction there is a involvement of the gametes. Now what are these gametes? It is of two type. First, it is of male gamete and other is the female gamete. That means from the male's body the male gamete will come, and from the female's body the female gamete will come. So in the case of female it is called the egg cell, and in the male it is called the sperm cell. So this one is the sperm cell, and this one is the egg cell. So this sperm cell is having a fully nucleus is present over here. So in the nucleus there is a DNA present, and same here also there is a DNA present. So when they will fuse together, half of the DNA will come from this one and half of the DNA will come from this one. Now and they both together they will fuse and they will just that means they will combine both and they will just produce a unique combination. That means half of the half of the father, half of the mother, and that offspring will be little bit unique from the mother and the father. They will not be identical, just in the just we had seen in the case of a sexual reproduction. So as we had seen that there are a lot of differences also, just like in the asexual only one parent, sexual we require two parent. In the asexual we had also seen that there is no formation of gametes, but in the sexual there is a formation of gametes. In the asexual fertilization do not occur, but in the sexual fertilization is occur. So we had seen some differences. So here we will see the advantages. What are the advantages of the sexual reproduction, what are the advantages of asexual reproduction, and we will also get over here that who is dominating whom. That means which is the that means we can say the good process, the sexual or the sexual. So let's start. Both things are given here, advantages also, disadvantages also. But you will find, that means nowhere you will find in your book that in the sexual reproduction there is a disadvantage written, but I have found some disadvantages, and I have seen that these are that means these are the things that you should know. So let's start with the advantages of sexual reproduction. High genetic variability. that means there will be high genetic variability. How this is happening? Because when the male are just giving 50% of their DNA, when the females are giving the 50% of their DNA, so recombination of this one making a high genetic variability. That means the gene is just differing over there. Here the another one is facilitates adaptation. Now when there will be high genetic variability over there, there will be facilitates adaptation. That means they will adapt the environment very fast. Okay. One more thing, speed up the evolution. Now what is this speed up the evolution? That means they will change their self. That means they will change their self according to the environment condition. So this is known as the evolution. They will evolve very very faster. But in the case of asexual reproduction, we will not see the evolution or the adaptation, because they are just the copy of their parent. So there will be no genetic variability. So here we can see, in the asexual reproduction saves energy, courtship is a non-issue, and greatest increase in fitness for each individual. Now in the asexual reproduction, the most common advantage is the saving of the energy. That means they are not producing, that means they are not wasting energy for the reproduction. But while in the sexual reproduction, we are going to see that they just produced energy for the reproduction. They just, it consumes a lot of time for the reproduction. So these are the some disadvantages also written: energy costly, courtship, that means time is consuming, usually sacrifice the fitness of one sex to the other. That means in the case of sexual reproduction, it is telling that if somebody is reproducing, that means just a part of energy is being loosed from their body. But if somebody is losing their part, here the disadvantage is giving, okay, no problem. But at a time it is also written, it not here, but we will see that that means in the sexual, in the case of sexual reproduction, if somebody is wasting a part of energy, but again after some time they are gaining also, and that is not hampering their body. If the that means continuously energy will be lost, that will hamper. But if, that means if they are maintaining their fitness, if they are maintaining their body, so it will not hamper anything. So here also some disadvantages giving in asexual reproduction: low genetic variability, adaptation to the environment is difficult, and retained, sorry, what is written, retard evolution is also written. So here it is telling, that means there is a high chance that they will just evolve, sorry, they will extinct from, if there is external that means if the environment condition changes suddenly, so they will not be adapted to the environment, and they will be vanished from our earth. Just like the dinosaurs, dodo, vulture, they haven't adapted the change in the environment condition, so they extinct from our earth. Now here